Good Saturday evening, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. This is meteorology at its finest, actually, for New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic region. Let's face it, it is the 18th of April, 2020, under COVID-19. And, well, scaled down today again. The mortgage payment, well, forbearance. Yeah, 3-month forbearance on that. Have to scale down a little bit at a time. Still waiting for cashola to come in. It's been about 5 weeks now, so nothing's come in yet, but the moon is coming up. Skies are clearing. It was a rather glum day, actually. For Saturday, I took a walk again. Should walk and walk. How much more walking can you do, right? But have to walk for about an hour, and then come back home and sit down and think to myself, what's next? Meteorology, of course. This is the evening video forecast discussion for this Saturday, the 18th of April, 2020. It's so funny because today was such a glum and gloomy kind of looking day outside, with a lot of stratocumulus clouds and lower level and mid-level clouds around. The weather really does reflect people's attitudes too, I'm sure, and it's not helping much, but tomorrow's going to be a better day. Let's face it. Right now it's 6:17 this evening. Temperatures really haven't budged too much here in northern New Jersey across Sussex County. One would expect. Nobody's at the High Point Monument because it's closed, but it's 38 degrees this hour. Temperatures are in the low to mid 40s just about everywhere, and today's maximums, well, let's face it, they weren't that great. They range from the low to mid 40s across the region, some lower 50s here in southern New Jersey, but if you look at that now, they're all falling off. And of course, we had little precipitation today. The radar did show some sprinkles. It was cloudy earlier this morning, and there was a lot of fog and precipitation, but any of this is now over the boroughs or out over the ocean. This looks scattered, and it looks like radar chunk data to me here, but these showers are exiting the coast and skies are clearing. And if we looked at the latest visible satellite, here is the striation of all the cold air advection coming in, and we've got freeze warnings and frost advisories that we discussed this morning. Those are in place from tonight through tomorrow morning. Can you believe it? It's like the 18th, 19th of April, and we're dealing with this. Ugh, Maroon. Big sky, big picture here of the lower level national water vapor channel here. Here's all of our dry sinking air here across the northern mid-Atlantic and New England. Here's our storm system that's passed off the coast, and here's our subtropical jet stream here with moisture and showers and thunderstorms here across the Gulf regions again. Here's our next system getting going here across the Colorado Rockies and the mountainous areas here. Here's our new storm system and jet structure. This looks like an upper level low here, ready to get into Washington and Oregon. Interesting pattern we have going on here. Let's look at the composite radar here, and it shows the precipitation getting into Washington and Oregon here with that upper level low that we just spoke about. Here's a cold front here with some precipitation over Montana, and still another disturbance over the Great Lakes here. Things are exiting the eastern United States, but there's still some backlash here on north to northwest northerly winds here off the coast of Provincetown, and yeah. Well, let's hope if we can even get to, some of these places later this summer, because I'll tell you right now, the only beach that's open is Atlantic City. Actually, the only boardwalk that's open in the state of New Jersey right now is Atlantic City. Here's the firing up of showers and thunderstorms from eastern and southeastern Texas right through Louisiana into the Gulf here. And it looks like this is going to be the major area for showers and thunderstorms as we go forward, because everything is pretty much stalled out. Okay, things are warming up in the mid-plains here at 6 o'clock this evening. It's still quite cold in Canada. Things are warming up across interior northwest too, but it's still cold. We have some freezing precipitation getting in here in Colorado and the Rocky Mountains here. And of course, where it's warm, you'd suspect it. Temperatures in Mexico in the 90s here. Loving that. That might be too hot for some people. Let's take a look at the wind chill and heat index here. Combination of the two. Temperatures feel like they're in the upper 70s and 80s here across the south, especially in Florida. Maybe the 60s and 70s here across the southern Mid-Atlantic, but it's quite cold here. Wind chills feel quite chilly here in the northwest, in the northeast actually, into Labrador and southeastern Canada, and still chilly across the Ohio River Valley area. A little bit of the Intermountain region here, but everything else looks okay to me. And the 24-hour temperature change up through 6 p.m. this evening. Well, I don't think that worked here. Yeah, here it goes. We're actually warming up across the Central Plains. We're cooling down across the upper Midwest, of course, with our upper level low here over Washington and Oregon. That's changed the temperatures down. And the temperatures are down in Florida, Texas rather, southeast Texas, and also Louisiana, and parts of the Tennessee River Valley here and Mississippi River Valley here as a result of the precipitation that's coming in with this stalled out. I think what you have, what do you call that? I guess like a COVID-19 sinus headache? Yeah, well, I got that too. Here's the one cold front that passed off the coast earlier. Here's the second cold front, and here's our northwest flow here. All of this is going to die out as high pressure builds over the Tennessee River Valley, but look at the stalled out front here with all the precipitation across southern Texas into the Gulf region here, into getting into northern portions of Florida late this afternoon and evening. Here's our one cold front, second cold front, trough access here, storm system developing and extending off the west coast of Washington and Oregon here. This is provided to us from Weather Roanoke and digital atmosphere software. And using the iWeatherNet browser, severe storm weather browser again, lots of reports of strong winds here across Wisconsin and Michigan this evening. Some leftover vestiges of some light snow here, about 5.4 inches in Providence, Rhode Island this afternoon. That's interesting. Yeah, let's hone in on this. So we have some reports here of some snow, 2.5 inches in Norfolk, Massachusetts, and other reports of about 3.5 inches. So yeah, it's April, but it's still snowing. But all of this is exiting the coast. Notice how it's nice and quiet here over New Jersey, like we need any more, like you need a hole in the head. And of course, across the Carolinas here, Cape Hatteras, strong winds again this afternoon. And in the Gulf region here, we've had just west of Sugar Land, we've had some half-inch rainfall amounts, pardon my burp there. And we have a thunderstorm warning. Yes, we do. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Montgomery County and southeastern Texas. And this will extend until 6 p.m. So, you know, we've got these ongoing showers and thunderstorms right along this frontal boundary in here. Nothing too severe yet. This doesn't look too bad to me. Meanwhile, across the Colorado Springs and Denver and further north in Cheyenne or whatever, just some, you know, light spokes of precipitation. Don't know what this is. Emergency manager details. What does that mean? It's a wildfire here. Oh, God. We don't need that. Don't need that. And of course, across Utah and Salt Lake City and portions of Flagstaff. I mean, if you've ever been to Arizona, you know, climb, 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 climb until you get to Flagstaff. And depart from Flagstaff's airport. That's quite amazing, too. It's a very tiny little airport. Yeah. Some rain showers here. Nothing major. And as the sun begins to decline in the atmosphere over the horizon here, here's our storm system off the coast. Here's our cold air cumulus. Notice the wind flow is from the north here. And all of this is dying out, and the skies are clearing, believe it or not. And that's why we have frost and freeze warnings in effect across the region. Nothing's going on here. This is all getting out of here. This is getting out of here too. But it did a number in here. Southern New England, especially around Providence and portions of Massachusetts today, and that's out of here. And the surface chart shows that area of low pressure off the coast, secondary cold front off the coast. Here comes the northwest flow. Here comes high pressure to our south. It's going to be cold. Look at these temperatures already. falling into the upper 20s and 30s. So frost and freeze on the way. This continues to change throughout the day. Again, frost and freeze warnings. Everything in the dark purple is freezing. This was a frost advisory in here in Ocean and other counties here to the west and to the south, but now it's a freeze warning. So, everybody else, it's just frost and freeze, man. That's what it is. Watch your vegetation. Okay, we're going to use the national blend again of the digital database forecast temperatures for the lower Hudson Valley area, Connecticut, Long Island, New Jersey, most of eastern Pennsylvania into the Delmarva here tonight, and that's why the frost and freeze warnings are in effect, and they should be. Now tomorrow night into Monday, it won't be the same, but listen, watch. This could happen again on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning with temperatures below freezing in certain areas again. We could be doing it again. Yeah. And getting close to that on Wednesday night and Thursday, but then things begin to warm up. These are the overnight lows over the next 10 days. What about those delicious high temperatures? For Sunday in the low to mid 60s, that looks good. Yes. Then a cold front comes through, below average again on Monday. Tuesday looks good, upper 50s to low and mid 60s across the region. There we go again. Wednesday, cold again. Upper 50s, that's below average. Here we go, Thursday, back into the upper 50s, low and mid 60s. We continue the trend on Friday of next week and Saturday of next week, the 25th. And by the time we get to Sunday, the 26th, things look good, upper 50s, low and mid 60s. That's about normal for this time of the year. Next Monday, the 27th already of April. And finally, by day 10, the 28th of April. Looking good. And as the skies clear tonight and frost and freeze warnings go into effect, I'm thinking about Bridge Over Troubled Water from Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel, of course. There's always a song in my head somewhere. That's it for the evening video forecast discussion for GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Have a very pleasant Saturday evening, the best you can. Be safe out there, and we'll speak to you again tomorrow morning.